die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my sexy mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm just going to be recommending 5 fragrances you should check out in 2023. And this time, it's personal. Alright, starting things off with my fragrance of the day, and that is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. This smells pretty close to Paco Rabanne's Invictus Aqua, except I find that it's way less dense and more fresh, fruity and sweet. So this is what it's meant to be a clone of, basically, Invictus Aqua. And Invictus Aqua is one of those fresh scents that performs incredibly in the high heat of summer. However, I'm just not a fan of how dense it is. I'll just show you the bottle. Let's just give it a spray. Ooh. It's like nerve gas, mate. I feel like I'm in the trenches in World War I. Just very, very gross. Hey, ay, ay. Very cloying, very sweet, very overpowering. This is gonna strangle ya. This is one of those scents that one spray is enough. I suppose I would recommend it to the type of person that just wants a fragrance where it'll last them an entire summer with ease, because you only need one spray of it. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit is a little different in that you need more than one spray. 3 will suffice, but this is just so fresh. And there's a reason why, from what I've seen amongst the fragrance community, this is just so good for summer. It'll get you compliments, it smells fresh, and it's pretty affordable as well. This little 30 ml bottle I got for like $15, but the 125 ml I think it was like 45, and I really regret getting this tiny little thing. I should have just got the big one and be done with it. But oh well. So for the reason that it's so small, I just don't wear it. So this is the fragrance for the short kings of the world. Get the 30 ml of Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. It'll do you all right. Now, starting things off with the fragrance recommendations for 2023. Check these out. Let's go with starting things off with CK1 Summer. And this, I believe, is the 2018 edition. The CK1 Summer fragrances are different every single year, which I really love. I love that they do that because it just gives you a little bit of interest. It gives you a reason to purchase the fragrance every single year, which I suppose in a way is like a terribly devious marketing campaign. But this one, it's fresh, fruity, sweet, but it's also tropical with a coconut note. It sort of smells like a pina colada. Look, I'm a mixologist, a bartender. I make a lot of pina coladas, and this smells pretty close to a pina colada. It's unisex, so if you're a bloke, a Sheila, a they, a them, if you're fluid, if you're this, you're that, you can pull this one off. It smells fantastic. All the CK1 summer fragrances, they all smell so good. You probably don't need to own every single one of them. That's like, do you really want to just fill your house with CK1 summers? It's just not necessary. But this one, performance is surprisingly solid for a fresh scent at about 6 hours with 2 to 3 sprays. Man, if I wasn't wearing Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, I want to wear this. I'm just going to spray this one more time. This is such a sexy fragrance. If you can find the 2018 edition, and that's this one right here, definitely pick it up. They're usually a lot more oceanic, salty. Like I think it was like the 2019 one was very oceanic, very salty, very like it smelled like a sea breeze, not the cocktail, the sea breeze, like a sea breeze rolling in from the ocean. They're all fantastic, and you can get them for under $50 Australian. Definitely check them out, especially if you're somewhere that's really hot and humid. This is going to help you out. Next, I'm going to recommend something for all you alphas and sigmas out there. Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. This fragrance, how do I put it? If you like Hugo Boss No. 1, if you like Lagerfeld Classic, if you like, what else is there? Tobacco, Old Spice. If you love those old school barbershop-y style fragrances, you probably already own this, but if you don't, definitely consider adding it to your collection. Very aromatic, overwhelmingly masculine, very powerful. This smells like a bar fight. This smells like, what else does it smell like? It smells like a barbershop. It's a very potent masculine fragrance. Performance is solid at about 7 hours plus, and that's only with 2 sprays. These old style fragrances, they all perform amazingly. If performance is an issue you faced with fragrances before, not just in the bedroom, lads, check out Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. You can pick this one up for 40 bucks Australian. I have seen it at Chemist Warehouse and Priceline for less than that. Maybe try eBay, you could find a pretty solid deal there. But I really like the way this one smells. Sometimes you just want to smell like classically masculine, you know, not sweet. You want to smell aromatic, a little woody, some floral notes. So if that at all sounds appealing to you, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is the fragrance to check out. All these old school scents are worth checking out. Also, another one to consider is Bogart Signature. Next up is gonna be the most controversial pick of the bunch, and that is Davidoff Champion. You can pick this one up, I think it's a 90 ml bottle. Yeah, 90 ml, 3 fluid ounces for $25 at Chemist Warehouse. Look, I know a lot of you guys are Americans, so I'm including the fluid ounces because we don't use that here in Australia. But yeah, this fragrance gets routinely pissed on online, and I don't understand it. I think because of that, because it gets crapped on so much, my expectations for this were super low. And look, the bottle design doesn't really help. It does not look like a solid, luxurious fragrance. But if you go in this with low expectations, they will be met and then exceeded. This is a very aromatic fragrance. It smells classically masculine, but in a more modern way. It smells like the sort of masculinity you expected in like the early to mid 2000s. It's very aromatic. It's got some herbal notes. I get lavender, I get woods. It's got a touch of sweetness to it as well. I really like the way this one smells, and it's affordable, man. It's so affordable. It's like the same price as Cool Water, except Cool Water you get 125 ml for 25 bucks, whereas this you only get 90 ml. But still, if you want something a little different, and if you can go into this without reading all of like the hate machine online, don't be a part of the bandwagon, boys. Get out there, try things and form your own opinions. That's the beauty of the perfumery industry. That's the beauty of fragrances, is finding something that works for you. Just because a couple of blokes in Fragrantica says something smells terrible, doesn't mean you have to think it smells terrible as well. That's why just form your own opinions, guys. I'm just here to guide you towards fragrances you may like. That's my job here, and I'm happy doing it. I'm gonna spray this one again. This smells pretty good. I may be the only YouTuber that's gonna... YouTuber, am I a YouTuber? Ugh, gross. I may be the only bloke that's gonna be recommending this one to you, but really, if you're a fit guy, if you're like, sort of like a swimmer type like me, this is gonna be awesome for you. And I do think this would make an exceptional after workout, after gym, after shower scent. If you don't want something that's so utterly fresh and clean, this is a bit more aromatic, there's a bit more depth to it. Definitely check this one out. Next up, we've got the most expensive one on the list, Paco Rabanne's Phantom. Don't let the bottle fool you. Don't be like me and just judge it based purely on the bottle. It's more than a bottle. Look, nobody likes the way the bottle looks. Maybe some teenagers on TikTok like it, I'm not sure. I'm not a teenager on TikTok. But this one, it's got a bit of sweetness. It opens a little similarly to Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. It's got a tiny bit of that nuttiness to it. It's sweet. It is a little cloying, but it does have like a really creamy, smooth vanilla note. Creamy and smooth vanilla like me. And it also has a touch of smokiness, and it's the smokiness that really makes this one stand out, adds that earthiness, adds that depth to it. A lot of people are going to be buying this fragrance expecting not a whole lot just because of the way it looks. I was one of those people, and I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. So although it comes in at the $120 price point here in Australia, at Chemist Warehouse at least, the performance is incredible. It's a 12-hour plus scent. It lasts through a workday easily. It'll last all night until you go clubbing later on. It's a fantastic smelling fragrance, and I think even though it is on the pricier side, it is good value because of the performance. Definitely check this one out. Also, you only need one spray. And lastly, something a little different again, and we've got Lagerfeld Pour Homme, not Lagerfeld Classic. I'm on a bit of a Lagerfeld kick lately. This sort of reminds me a little bit of Cavalli's Uomo. Shares a very similar violet note, but this one is less sweet than Cavalli Uomo. And here is the bottle. Actually, I'll put the cap back on for you. There you go. Kind of a classy looking design, eh? Solid atomizer. Aromatic, lavender, violet, powdery, touch of sweetness, touch of fruitiness. It's a very delicious smelling fragrance. It's easily something you're gonna get complimented on. It's very masculine, but it's not so utterly masculine that a woman couldn't wear this. It's just a great smelling men's fragrance, and you can find it for about $50 Australian. If you're in the market for a Lagerfeld scent, and maybe Lagerfeld Classic is a little too old school for you, definitely give Lagerfeld Pour Homme a try. It smells unique. That violet note, it's not found in a lot of other men's scents. The powderiness is quite nice as well. I didn't used to love powdery fragrances, but I'm taking a shine to them. Especially, check this out if you like Cavalli Uomo, because that's like the honey sweet version of this. Anyways, those are just 5 fragrances I recommend you check out in 2023. If you've ever worn any of these before, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.